for the stream to start, so I know it's...
It's live now, it tells you in the top corner, dude.
Just mute him, you fucker.
I know we did that the last time, Fergs, and we weren't even going on. Do.
Oh,
Yep, it's working.
Right.
Everybody make sure you've muted it then. If
Yeah.
you've got it on inside.
Yeah,
Right.
I just muted mine.
So,
I'm
welcome
gonna-
everybody.
I'm going to keep an eye on the battery, but midway I might have to sort of have a readjustment and put my phone back on charge because I've already gone down to 75%.
Well, your volume's not affected, is it?
Fuck you, cunt.
Right, welcome everyone. MTFU Tuesdays. Just a campfire chat, just basically about anything and everything. Not really any specific topics. Obviously, I'm LG4 Outdoors. We'll go to the next one, which is Bruce.
Hello, Wild Ginger Bruce. And next one is?
Is that me or?
I just pick
You're
someone.
going to have to announce it because he doesn't appear on my screen the same way as he will on other people.
Next one to Bruce on my screen is Kev.
Everybody, it's Kev here again from Woodland Camping Craft. Good evening.
Next to Kev, it's Mark.
Hello guys, just a campfire chat as Matt's already said, so don't be surprised if it trails off a little bit, but next to me is Matt.
Is Ant. Well, I think it's Ant. Can't recognise him without the beard.
Hey everyone, Ant, Manstuff TV, how you doing?
Next to Ant, it is Fergs.
I'm the guy that nobody likes and the one that nearly dies all the time. Yeah, it's fine.
And that leaves Baldy Prick.
Hey, Baldy Brick.
Can you hear me? Mine do. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can now.
Oh, good.
That's Dave Delta 2.
Or Baldy Brick, because he's affectionate.
Yeah, you people in the audience, if you're watching live, you've got to make a few allowances for Dave because unfortunately
He's old.
old. So
Get it out of your systems, come on.
And if you see us squinting a bit, it's the light back.
it's more caring and community thing than anything else. So
Yeah, when you see us all squinting.
Bruce, did you want to do a quick shout out?
Yes, I did. Someone subbed me, so I thought, oh, I'll just check his videos out. And his name was... I'm trying to remember his bloody name now. How annoying is that?
It wasn't
Yeah.
Richard.
Brewcock.
Mick Grewcock.
Yeah. Which is an amazing name. But no, really, really good channel.
Yeah, he's subbed me as well.
And yeah, wicked editing. But yeah,
Really good video.
thoroughly decent. But he's got a whole load of videos. They're like 1 minute videos, 1 minute 20 seconds or whatever, and he'll just sort of talk about one thing at a time, like tracking and pigeon shooting and different trees, and they're really sort of short, concise videos, but really, really nice video editing. But when I saw him, and he only had 99 subs, and it's like, how can someone with that sort of talent only have 99 subs? So you really got to go and sub him like now, and watch some of his stuff because you guarantee you'll pick something up because he does know a hell of a lot of what he's talking about. So
And they really are a good quality video as well.
yeah, really brilliant editing as well. And loads of different angles. Really good. Sorry, we say Kev?
It said it almost looks like a professional presenter, TV presenter. It's that good, isn't it?
Yeah. He's very well spoken, very enthusiastic. Yeah, just brilliant little bits. That's sort of draw you in, and then you're like minute and a half later, you're like, is that it? I need more. So yeah, really kind of addictive to watch. So yeah, really good. So, there you go. That's my recommendation. We'll give him a shout out towards the end as well in case people are still joining and stuff. So.
Yeah, Mick
But yeah.
Brewcock.
I think another one for anyone that hasn't seen the past few. Obviously, Camp Shaky's doing their walk, which proceeds go to Royal British Legion.
Yeah.
So everyone go check that out. I think.
Yeah,
Bushcraft
they've done
was
the
the thing.
first. They've done the first part of the walk. I think they're doing it over 3 weekends, haven't they?
Yeah,
Hiking 102 miles, is it?
something like that.
Yeah, but they got a Just Giving page. We'll put a link at the bottom afterwards to the Just Giving page to donate. They've also, Sandy from Jack Law Knives has donated a Jack Law knife.
And it's very nice.
Yeah, so if you go to the Just Giving page and comment like your name and put Jack Law on it and donate £10, then that's the same as buying a ticket.
But if you don't want the knife, you can give it to me, or I'll give you double the amount of money that you paid for your ticket.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what you did there. I like it.
Yeah, but yeah, everybody wants it.
I think unless you clam, you're not going to be wanting to give away that Jack Law.
No. Yeah.
How's Clam getting on anyway? How is he?
He's getting better. He's getting apparently it was like a lot of trouble with his arm and stuff. I suppose because
Lob it off. He's got a spare.
He had to get his health better before they would operate, didn't they? So he's on the mend before they operate, and then and he's just.
Well, Clam, mate, if you're watching, mate, get well soon. We're all rooting for you, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
If you just looking at his Facebook posts when he puts something on Facebook, because everyone wants to know, and obviously he has to get better first. But you know the response that he gets on his Facebook posts alone just shows how great the community really is. You know, some posts receive like 90 messages, and you read through them, and it's all full of support. So yeah.
It's just because we get to see somebody with a real beard. Otherwise, we have to put up with Shane with that one on his neck.
Not only that, we want him out of hospital as well, so we can make him a whipping boy again. So he needs to get better pretty quick. Because I think Bruce has had enough of it by now.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of it because he's done me a VR for every single one of my giveaways, and he's gone and pulled this bloody stunt just so he doesn't have to bother sticking his hand in the bucket.
We've got a word for people like him.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to stick him in the drawer anyway, just for previous contributions.
Yeah, loyalty to VRs.
When is that draw, Bruce?
It's the 19th of March.
Shit, I better hurry up then.
Yeah, so you all better bloody hurry up because I've had like
I've
8
done
or
mine.
9. Yep, Ant's done his as well.
Yep. Bloody hurts that, doesn't it?
Yeah, Kev's done his as well. It doesn't hurt that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not exactly comfortable, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not like sticking your testicles in a bucket of warm water, is it?
No.
I'd get more of a reaction if I'd done that.
The thing is, though, the thing with mine is, mine's in the can. I did mine about a month ago, right, before the last camp. And I'll just keep trying to go back onto Photoshop to try and put a nice introduction into it and give it a level of professionalism.
It's you.
But the video is shit. The video is shit. It's a little bit funny, but it's shit.
Just chuck it on, Mark. Get on with it. Just finish it. Chuck it on.
I'm just gonna chuck it up.
I think didn't Mike Palmer say that he'd done his, but then his SD card had corrupted, so he couldn't actually get it on the SD card.
Yeah.
It would have been better to do it with somebody that's got narcolepsy, so they could have fell asleep with a hand in it or something and pushed them.
Trevor already did it.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, face first in the bucket.
Just watching someone gurgle and drown.
I was waiting for Trevor to do that actually.
Would that class as like a snuff movie? You know, to actually see someone live die on video.
Is that an accessory or what?
Yeah.
I suppose it
makes it part of it.
Yeah.
You thought we did it.
But you know what would happen? We'd all laugh and point and say, "Ah, look at that prick! He just died on live on camera." Not one of us would report it to the emergency services. The sick bastards that we are.
I have a feeling like whenever my new videos go up, you sit there thinking, "Is this the one that he finally snuffs it? Has somebody else posted it?"
You just get the coloured bars at the end of the film.
Yeah, whenever you go on
Broadcast
just
terminated.
give us the details to your account, and then we can upload the video of you dying.
But you know, just to add, Bradley Tennant a little while before we came live, he asked, "Did I go too far?" What is this too far that you speak of? We ain't got no filter. There is no line in the sand that we won't cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Did I go too far? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, on the MTFU Facebook group, it's kind of that's one of the main rules of the group is post whatever the fuck you like, as long as it's not like anti-religious or racist or something bananas like that, tinfoil hat wearing fucking bollocks. But yeah, post whatever you want.
Actually, saying that, just before you go on there, just with the conspiracy stuff, there was a flat Earth video lately, and if you ever get the chance to come up and camp at Solsden, where Jonesy and everybody came a few weeks back, there's a guy there who's very, very convincing with his argument. So much so, I mean, I think Kev's actually looking into it a lot now as well. It's an interesting theory.
I don't think you should. I mean, in order for you, they say you don't see the curvature of the Earth, but there's her horizon line, and they use this argument that, you know, if the Earth was round, then a ship would disappear after a certain amount of miles. But what they don't say, it's a straw man argument. It's an absolute straw man argument. Is that your vision will only last 26 miles, but the curvature of the Earth is 4 times that. So you wouldn't bloody see it because your eyes ain't adapted to see it.
Well, where I live on the coast, right near Harwich, and you can see these massive, great containers, and you'll see them, and they go out and out and out, and then when they get to the horizon, all you can see is containers. You can't see the boat. That's the curvature of the Earth.
No, it's not. It's the limitations of your visibility. That's what that is.
No, it's not. Because you look at it, you look at it through
photography lens and zoomed in, you'd see the ship again.
No,
yeah, you'd see it again.
You don't. The boat goes over the hill.
Listen, if you went through Rugby or Warwickshire and you drew a line from the east coast to the west coast, there should be a 3-mile high lump in the middle of Warwickshire.
Right.
And that's NASA's degree of curvature of the Earth. And we don't get it. Water only ever goes level and falls straight. It always finds a level. It never curves. Anyway, we're not talking about conspiracy and flat Earth. That's what we're talking about.
Thanks, Fergs.
Jeez,
the Earth isn't.
I don't believe we're all linked to flat or reptiles, but the Earth is flat as fuck.
No, the Earth isn't fucking flat because otherwise gravity doesn't work.
Operation Sabotage.
When you all go on Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic, you can go up there, fucking take a photo, and tell her.
Yeah.
That's the only way everyone's going to know is if you go up there yourself and see it for yourself.
Why do you think the Galactic's like...
You know, no, you're going to know that the Earth is a globe because physics.
Okay. How about every other planet in the universe is round? What makes the Earth so fucking special?
And the Earth's not round. The Earth's not round anyway. It's not round.
It looks like a potato.
It's like egg-shaped.
Yeah, it's like egg-shaped.
Why is NASA's pictures of a perfectly full hole then?
Yeah, the Earth looks like that on my head.
Do you know what disproves every conspiracy theory ever thought up?
The truth.
No. We've got this little thing called science.
Science is wrong.
Proof. If you're going to make an extraordinary claim, it demands that you provide extraordinary evidence. So when you
You bastard.
Did you know? Did you know it's been muted?
No. No, it's still going.
There's time how long it takes him.
You can unmute him again now.
what times?
We're back on topic.
What topic, you twat?
No topic.
Okay, well, back
on topic. What topic?
We'll go back to
Fergs, when's that next camp you're going to?
April.
The one that Phil and that came to.
Yeah.
That's in April.
That's the next one I'm going to. Yeah. If you speak to Kev, and maybe you can arrange with Kev to go meet up there before. I don't know when Kev's next going. But next
I'm so busy. I'm so busy outdoors. I've got Somerset, I've got Scotland, I've got Sweden, I've got fucking all sorts. I'm not going up. I won't be going back up there till after June.
So, April, what date April?
There isn't a date yet. It gets voted on for a date at the beginning of each month.
Alright, so I'll buy
the
the
previous
paper in May, and I'll look for the headline that says, "Man died. Dickhead dies, chokes on a marshmallow and drowns in a canal."
Something like that would probably be the way I go out, to be honest.
After being attacked by swans.
Can I just add that we did say at the beginning of this that it's going to be a campfire chat, and if you've never been camping with me, Bruce, Fergs, and Kev, and everybody else in the room, then firstly you ain't lived, and secondly, how the fuck did you expect us to stay on topic?
If you haven't been camping
What
with
would
any
you
of them,
expecting to hear?
It's not a topic. It's just fun watching you just carry on when we've muted you.
Don't hit me again.
yeah, you ain't lived if you haven't camped to one of us, but the chances are you won't live if you camp with me. So.
That's true.
Speak for yourself, folks. So where do we want to go? Do we want to get us onto some bushcraft or what?
Yeah.
I don't do bushcraft.
It's a man
No,
with a machete.
we don't. We can't have Bushcraft in his name.
You do bushcraft.
I just watch you guys bushcraft.
No,
Well, me and Bruce though, we're seasoned professionals.
you was helping dig the reverse Dakota fire pit in my video. I have evidence.
No, I didn't dig it. I just pushed a bit of dirt down in the ground.
I dug it. I thought it was awesome.
And he stood on my fucking hand, the prick.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from the beginning of the video, they were saying, I'll put some sticks around and stop the dirt falling in. I went, get a beer can. Yeah, a beer can, that'll do. We've got loads of beer cans. And then Mark comes back and goes, oh look, we've got a beer can. This is Ant's idea.
I thought it was. I thought it was Ant's idea.
You watched the video? My idea.
No, I just thought it was Ant's idea. At the time,
Oh,
I
no.
thought it was Ant's idea.
No. I don't have bushcraft ideas. I don't do bushcrafting. I just watch everybody else and I get pissed.
Yeah, I wanted to see somebody eat the heart and throw up. That's what I wanted to do. I was like, please.
No, the heart was nice, but I stuck it over the fire afterwards because it was when it came out, it was still really, really soft, and I couldn't be bothered to keep feeding the Dakota fire pit. So
They're very efficient. They just burn shit up so fast.
yeah, exactly. And I kept like putting wet leaves on to try and make it smoke more as well. But so I put it on a stake over the fire, and then kind of forgot about it and got a bit distracted and saw something shiny. So it got burnt to feck. But I took like a slice off the good side, and that was actually all right. And then the rest of it was just manky as fuck.
I didn't feel after that.
It was a really nice flavour, really, really nice.
That's how I felt the first time I ate crayfish. Fucking Kev gave me a bit, and I nearly threw up. It was disgusting. Like, instead of boiling it, which I didn't think it'd be too bad boiled, they just chucked it in the frying pan, didn't pull its arse out or anything.
There is a way of preparing crayfish. Yeah, you got to take the intestinal tract
No,
out.
the first one, that one had just been thrown in the pan because your mate had put it in there. You have to have your pulled arse out of it. It's like, well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd expect your mate to know what you're doing. That's why I camp with Bruce, because he knows what he's fucking doing.
But they do taste like mud anyway, a lot of the time.
It-
Depends
it's
what time of
definitely
year
quite
it is.
safe.
Well, a lot of people say you got to flush them, didn't they? And then a lot of people, like you've got
that's
to get.
what I got told. 24 hours in clean water.
Yeah, and then a
Same
lot of
with,
people, and some other people say, depending on what water they kept in, there's so many schools of thought.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it's time of year because they hibernate, so they're sitting in a mud bank all through the winter, just like chilling out and doing whatever they do. And then they'll come out and they'll start busting around in the summer when the water's a bit warmer. So that's the time you want to be eating them.
Yeah, well,
Not when they just crawled out of the mud hole.
fished from last week, and we had 3 all weekend, and normally you get, I don't know, 3
Hundreds, don't you?
Oh, you actually did catch some this time of year. That's good.
Yeah, just 3 though, considering like there's been times when there's been 250 pulled out in a weekend. So.
Fucking hell.
I mean,
That 10,000 BC program, they just chucked them on the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we did. Pulled the
That's
tractor
not what I
out, took a stick up his arse, and just hanged over the fire. It did taste. It didn't taste as good as boiled.
Yeah, I think it's an acquired. I'll have to try it boiled. I haven't tried it boiled yet. But yeah, I think it's an acquired taste.
The rule of thumb with crayfish is that it's the, like you say, it's the time of year, it's the water you take them from, how pure the water is, and how you cook them, and it's an individual thing. It's the only. I know certain people don't like Dave Canterbury, but it's learn the skill, know your local crayfish. That's what I'd add to it. Is that if you're going to do it. Obviously, in this country, get the licences.
Yeah. But you got the licences.
But it's just do it. Just
The license is more for if you're chucking your nets into infected water because they carry parasites. So if you're chucking your net into one source that's got a parasite, you take your net.
Size of the aperture as well. So what they're worried about is that you're trapping otters and stuff like that. So you've got
you've got to catch the signal ones, not the UK ones.
You've got to know the difference, haven't you? So,
Well, it's not that you have to catch them. You're not allowed to throw the signals back. You can put the other ones back, but you're not allowed to put signals back in if you take them out.
Yeah, but if you just throw a net in and you don't know what you're looking for, and you pull out any old crayfish and start nomming on them, you don't want to be eating the English ones. But it's the American.
Ideally.
It's the American ones that carry the bacteria that kill off the English ones. So
they're like 3 times size proofs. They just eat everything, don't they?
You don't ever throw back the small ones and feel sorry for them. They're horrible, horrible little bastards. Anything that comes out has to be eaten or destroyed. Never ever put them back. Don't go. Oh, I'll just keep these juicy ones and chuck these because I don't need them. No.
You should do that with a bloody queer.
I watched a country fire once where they drained a river in Scotland because they occupy 80% of all riverways in the whole of the UK.
Yeah, East Anglia is really bad.
Yeah, and they drained the river and they dug down about 1 metre and they were finding like tiny little, about 1 centimetre long crayfish, and they were going to be the next generation. But once they've devastated everything in the riverbed, and I mean they eat everything. They eat into the riverbank. They eat absolutely everything. They turn on each other and start eating each other. Well, these little fuckers are like 3 foot 3 inches down under the ground. For crying out loud. So yeah, they're a problem. They're a massive problem. They've got to go.
But there was a school of thought that you shouldn't be hunting them because if you've got the bigger ones, they kind of keep all the others in check because they're always fighting and eating each other. So if you take away the bigger ones, then there's just going to be the next generation is just going to grow up really, really quick and take over. So you're never going to sort it out.
Yeah, you can't keep on top of it. It's too bad, and it's already too far gone.
Until they walk up, because they can walk over land as well. They can walk
they can walk 5 miles.
Massive distances.
Yeah, they can go 5 miles from pond to pond, or from river to pond, or whatever. They can be bloody anywhere.
Last time we had some overnight, we left them in the net, and there was still, 24 hours later, they were still crawling around in the net. Perfect.
Yeah.
They didn't die off, I hope.
Yeah. But they're just one of those kind of pinnacle predators that is like crocodiles, where they kind of like hanging around with dinosaurs going, yeah, this works. I'm going to bother evolving. This works. Let's stick with this. And that's what they are. They're just these kind of primordial little fucking nasty little gits.
It makes you wonder why they make it so hard to get the license.
Yeah, you'd think everybody should be out there hunting the poxy things. But saying that, if you're hunting with a net, then you need a license. But if you just have a bit of stick and a bit of string, tie a bit of bacon on it, and just sit there pulling them all out all day,
No. Nothing gets bacon. That's hours. You're not giving bacon
going
no
back
crayfish.
You can cook it afterwards.
Going back to what I was saying about the when they pump the lake dry.
Yeah.
If we you put your nets and your pots out and you catch the surface stuff. All you're doing is catching the surface stuff. These little fuckers, Bruce, they're 3 foot under the ground. They're not big enough to come up yet. So they are eating the small stuff, and then they come up again. So it's a continuing problem. The thing is, they've got to the pinnacle of their evolutionary growth, where they're such efficient hunters that they're devastating our signal crayfish. But they've not had any problem.
There's a similar thing over in America with the European saltwater crabs. Tiny little crabs, but you go and put them in warm water, they breed like fuck. There's just millions of them, and they're just mullering like oyster beds and everything.
You got crabs, Bruce?
Yeah.
Bruce has got crabs. You're right.
Yeah. Hi, John. How's John?
I'm tender.
You're what, tender?
I'm tender, man. I am really tender.
What you done?
My back and abs are killing us from like steadying on big logs over the river, chopping other logs with a chainsaw. And it's like, because obviously the chainsaw pulls you towards a log. You've got to like put a lot of the I was like cowboy chainsawing this week, so
He's got a bad back from bending over logs.
It's an awesome video.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
John's a lumberjack and he's okay.
Dude, man, I could do that all day, man. The fucking whining, it's hard work, man. It's a piece of piss. All you do is chop down trees.
Yeah.
Do you hang around in bars as well, John?
Say again?
Do you hang around in bars too?
No, no. I tried to avoid that.
Yeah, I really liked your camp pixies that you had, John, as well. They come and did up your camp.
Yeah, I've had it about 4 or 5 of my camps now along there. Through
really?
Over the space of about 6 years.
Don't say it in front of Fergs, he'll cry.
And it's just they don't destroy it. They add bits to it, build walls, spit roasts, teepees, and then just disappear again. Sometimes I'm left nice little notes, or sometimes I'm not. Just
Do you
depends.
not just think it's because the note's John and the note's
Yeah,
not
I was thinking that, yeah. They see mine, they go, yeah, it's fucking blue, it must be that cunt.
And I think it's the big deal that not many people would spend time messing up mine because the logs are so fucking big that it would take 4 people to move them to destroy it anyways.
That's true, yeah. You've really got to be dedicated to destroy one of your camps.
Yeah, if you want to destroy it, it's going to take work.
Yeah, burn it.
Unless you've got chainsaws and you're like the cunts at the fucking village. Just flatten it off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was that, wasn't there?
Yeah, I'm yet to get them back yet. they're in my black book.
Golden syrup in the fucking chainsaws.
Yeah. Gary will get them back because that's Gary's land, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Gary makes them pay. Gary will get enough retribution for all of us.
Good man. Good. We like Gary. He's
You
good.
need to find out which chavvy little twat smashed mine and get some payback for them.
It's on YouTube. There's videos like trending.
It's at www.smashferguscamp.com.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Live stream.
If I believed in any conspiracy, I'd believe that John smashed first camp. Jonathan would coach down and smashed first camp. He was so offended by that blue tarp. No, that's not.
It won't surprise me if it wasn't Dave before he fucked off.
Oh.
Do you know what, folks? It wouldn't surprise me if Dave didn't take a flight back from Canada.
I know he hated
to smash that shit out.
Do you know the worst thing about it, right? Is Frog Moon Steve sent me a load of netting to put over it. So I was going to put the netting over it and then weave twigs and stuff into it. So instead of just piling stuff on, to camouflage it. And I'd got it that morning, so I was like, right, I'm going to camp. I'm going to get this stuff done. Help camouflage it. And I got there and it fucked. So just a bit of a kick in the teeth.
The two guys the two pixies that have been working on my shelter actually cut off vines in a way so that they will regrow, and then planted them and weaved them all around the back of my seat. It must have took them at least 5 or 6 hours.
What, so it reinforces your seat once it grows? It reinforces it and makes it stronger?
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
it's probably cushion it too as well with all the leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to be epic, that one.
Fanboys.
They must have been so fucking stoned.
No.
Well, do you know something, right? There was the left, because when I leave my campfire, I burn it clear so that there's just ash and no lumps of wood in it.
Yeah.
And I got back and I'd chopped logs the week before, and they were so shit that I didn't burn them. I just left them on the beach, and then obviously tried to burn them, and there was left chunks of logs all over my fire. So.
Well, this brings me to the point, John. We had it in one of our shelters that we could tell that someone was coming to the shelter. They weren't destroying it; they were just using it.
Yeah,
then we turned up at the same fucking weekend once. Like, what are you going to do? Get out! We built this bastard. Fuck
No,
off.
but that's good. That's how you get to meet people.
Would you
It's not when
mind?
you're sleeping in your bed. It's not.
Well, I doubt there's anybody else that's got a hammock, and I didn't see any tent imprints. So, and nobody did. I don't think anybody used the hammock spot. So, I think it was just like a day trip there.
There'll be some new YouTube channel that's like fanboying John, so they've gone out there and done all the work. So they get a shout out on John's thing for all the subs.
Yeah.
Sub hunting like Tim and Jace.
John don't really camp weekends though, does he? He does the Monday Tuesday bit.
I
So
do Monday,
they're probably there Friday Saturday. You can just miss him every time.
So we're never ever going to meet, which is the good thing about it.
Oh, it's a shame. She's 21, blonde, and big tits.
Oh, and in that case, then she can share my hammock.
So is it?
She's been washing in that. She's been washing in that river naked.
Set up a trail camp.
To see you, John.
I'm just gonna.
Trail camp for the weekend.
I should just camp there for an entire week, or I'll just camp there until she comes.
Yeah, that's an idea actually. Set up a trail cam. That's a good idea.
Just
Until you get there and you'll find Bruce sitting there with a wig.
Yeah.
Hang on, with his rosebud out.
With what?
To get that in there, with his rosebud out.
Oh yeah.
Had to get that bit in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Spring is in the air. There's a few buds around.
Saying that, there's a load of like on the main street next behind mine. All the cherry blossoms have come out. Yeah, all the cherry blossoms have come out already.
Yeah, cool. I'm waiting for elderflower to come out so I can make elderflower champagne.
We've had bramble bushes with leaves on all year round here, like, and
Yeah, snap.
all sorts. Like same with even the odd hazel tree and that, just leaves on all year round.
Yeah. We think
Yeah,
2 weeks ago at camp we had the ransom wild garlic. We found them. They were well early.
I've seen wild garlic too.
I've not seen them yet. The snowdrops have been out, but the ramsons haven't yet.
I found a new woodland this week, but it's completely, like, it's almost ready to just be destroyed for English ivy. And on the way back, we spent 4 hours, and we must have done about 40 trees in the woodland. So I think we're going to set up a camp in that woodland, and then we're just going to get rid of all the ivy in one go, and then we're going to have a permanent camp in that woodland, maybe next year.
Yeah, I went for a wander with my missus on Saturday, and I found a woodland there, and the whole thing, it looks gorgeous, all the ivy on the floor, but it's just mullering so many trees. And
it's ravenous.
There's ivy growing up trees, and it's as thick as the trees. There's ivy like that coming up the side of these trees.
Tim and me, it must have been about half a foot round. It was a big one, but literally I was cutting through it, and I got halfway through it, and you know when it springs and snaps out?
Yeah.
And it just shows the force of it crushing the tree, Tim. So
yeah, definitely.
And I've actually had people, I've like videoed pulling ivy down, and I've had people like dissing and saying, "Oh no, you can't do that, it's a living thing." I'm like, shut up, you idiot, alright? If you can't plainly see that is crushing and suffocating the tree, then just fuck off.
Yeah.
That's the thing though, John, is that people see you hacking at a plant, and they think you're doing damage to that plant. Yes, I'm doing damage to that plant. But the reason that I'm doing it is what people don't understand.
I wouldn't define it as damage. I'd call it like wiping out more, because I rip the roots out and everything like.
Yeah, because the reason you're doing it is because you're trying to save the tree that bloody thing is killing. But people don't see it. All they see you doing that. Well, that's criminal damage. That's bad. No, it's not. What I'm doing is because that ivy's going to live on. Don't worry about that.
Oh, aye.
You know
well, we put a lifesaver ring around each tree, which is basically a 3-foot wide circle straight down to the soil, all the way around the root of the tree, so that you can time that. That's going to be a whole year before any ivy crawls into that circle.
There's a lot in the woodland that I go into. I'll have to take a little video clip and show you see if it's the same stuff, because it's literally blankets the whole top end of it.
Yeah. See, I mean, I'll leave it when it's on the floors, but when it starts crawling up above my head on the tree,
no, there's some on the tree.
That's when I start pulling it down, like just because it makes the tree derelict. It puts more weight on it. It stops photosynthesis in the. Just because it dominates the canopy of the tree when it gets there.
And it makes the tree seriously dangerous as well, because you can
have derelict,
you got a massive tree, all that weight there with all the extra ivy, and the tree's dead.
That's where lack of knowledge can become dangerous. People's opinions become dangerous, because if they went to a well-managed forested area, and they see that tree surgeons taking away ivy, to the layman, that would look like they were doing damage, but what they're doing is preserving the life of the tree and making the tree safe.
You think at my permission, when they coppice, they just go through and hack everything, just flatten the whole wood. They just flatten it. But then a year later, you've got loads of different plant species get a chance to grow that haven't had a chance to grow for the past 50 years.
Well, the Environment Agency aren't all good anyway. Near where I made my camp, they were doing some flood management there. And instead of them just walking around trees and stuff to get some of the kit down, they just hacked a straight fucking line down to it so they could carry the kit up and down. No thought for any of it, just flattened it. Just like, hang on, surely that's not right.
Yeah, no, flood defences all got different laws governing them.
Oh, no, like the flood, what they were doing is like assessing an area for flood risk. And this is a good 300-400 yards from the path where they parked up. So instead of, like, where they were doing, it was an area down the bottom, and they just hacked a straight line for them to get the kit up and down instead of just walking round and going to the bottom area.
Yeah.
They've made a right mess of it.
It's like you say, though, it's people looking in uneducated. I see it with people with deer all the time. Then when people are shooting deer, oh my God, it's a beautiful, majestic creature. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't realise that it have to be, for their own sake. There's only per mile. There should be a set number of deer. If it's double, then they have to be taken to save all the rest of the deer, so they're not all skinny and dying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's the same thing with rabbits as well. It's like when people hunt rabbit, you've got the animal lovers that say, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. It's a lovely, beautiful, majestic creature." But what you don't realise is that they burrow under the ground, and a thoroughbred horse or a horse can break its leg on a burrow, because they do. That's why they cull rabbits, because they breed profusely. The problem I think that a lot of us have got is that farmers have got as well, and landowners and people that actually tend the land know what they're doing and the reasons they're doing it, but it doesn't translate to the layman, and that's the problem. Is that the reason we're killing these rabbits, the reason that we're trying to get rid of them, is so they don't kill bigger creatures. Yeah. We decided to work the land. We decided to tend the land. But it's our bloody responsibility to make sure that everything that occupies the land, is involved in the land, has an equal chance. There are invasive species. I mean, look at Dutch elm's disease. Look at the crayfish infestation. The grey squirrel infestation. These things need to be managed. We can't take ownership of the land unless we're willing to manage it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think a lot of people don't get.
Yeah. Well, if you said to, not having a pop of vegetarians, but, well, maybe a little bit, But if someone's saying, you can't shoot the rabbits, you say, well, okay then. Well, when you go and buy your cabbage from Tesco's, that's going to cost 3 times as much because the other 2 cabbages, the rabbits ate. It's just economics. You need to cull and keep them. Okay, in wild areas where there's you're not got any food growing, then rabbits can do what they bloody want.
You could take that you could take the fight to vegans as well, couldn't you? I mean, look, what did the guy at Woodland Way say to us about pigeons?
Yeah.
About the amount of pigeons?
A pigeon will eat 100 grams of grain in a day, and there's like about 6 million breeding pairs in the country, and every single one of them. So you have to cull pigeons, but why doesn't Tesco sell pigeon? Why doesn't Tesco sell squirrel? It's crazy. They don't even sell rabbit anymore, and the stuff they do sell is from China usually.
There's a lot of rabbits around here where I am, but we've got a lot of red kites that tend to take care of the smaller ones. So
that's
sorry lads, I'm gonna have to jump out. My battery's about to die, so I'll see you on the other side.
Right, dude. See you soon.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
I think didn't Sandy touch on it in his last video about the vegan who said the reason you're ill is because you're eating meat.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not get started on vegans. That's almost as bad as flat Earth.
But the problem with people that have got this attitude that you shouldn't kill anything that's fluffy, all they see is its cuteness. They don't see the devastation that it causes towards their food source.
No, like I have a quite close vegan friend, and his stance on it is because it's sentient life. Like, if it wasn't sentient, it wouldn't be a problem. It's because it has feelings and thinks for itself. Because I always argue that, like, plants are alive. They need water, they need sunlight, they need nutrients. They're alive. But he says it's purely because it's sentient life. So
what's his view on lions killing an antelope because that's sentient killing sentient to eat? You don't say a lion eating a cabbage, do you?
What did he say was sentient?
Being able to think for itself and having emotions and.
Eats jellyfish.
Yeah, but sentience, if you look it up in the dictionary, it's an awareness of its own existence.
Oh yeah.
That's so if you took a textbook, it's aware of its. And there's only 2 animals that do that. There's us and there's dolphins.
Yeah.
There's fly traps.
It's not sentient. It's not a sentient creature. It's not aware of its own existence. It exists because it exists.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to prove it. There's no way that anyone can prove that. Like plants and that, not yet anyway.
There is a way that we can prove it because they get run over all the time. They don't know how to wear cars.
When does a plant get run over?
I mean animals. Vegetarians argue that plants get run over all the time. Have you never drove on a field?
I know it's very
plant murdering bastard. You killed a blade of grass.
It's cliche and it's trolling, but the whole if you love animals so much, why the fuck are you eating the food? That makes me laugh all the time. Yeah. Stop starving the animals.
Yeah.
No, the thing that really does bug me is say we talk about pheasants, and pheasants aren't a problem because the farmers have to breed pheasants. So to say a pheasant is all super free range and you can't get anything more free range than a pheasant is absolute tosh because it's lived in a cage for 6 months. But it's when they get released and they're wandering around going, what the bloody hell is this? I'm outside of a cage. And then you invite a load of toffs to come along and blow the crap out of them with shotguns. But then they'll take 2 home and the 30 that they've shot get ploughed back into the field. That shit is wrong. Because you've killed that for absolutely no reason. That really pisses me off.
This is why I don't hunt.
Yeah, it's the reason I don't hunt.
They had the same problem with mackerel fishing on Cromer Pier, where people were going mackerel fishing and they were catching excessive amounts of mackerel and then dumping them in the bins at the end of the pier.
Yeah.
And they said, well, don't take no more. And that's what we should all subscribe to. Don't take more than what you need.
Yes, exactly.
If you can only eat 2 pheasants a week, shoot 2 pheasants a week and then go the fuck home.
Yeah,
I don't care
yeah.
if you
Fill your freezer up. But the amount of times when I was working in the butcher's, someone come in and go, "Oh, I went shooting with my mate the other day. I've got a couple of pheasants. Can you gut them for me?" I went, "No, you've got the balls to shoot it. You can fucking stick your fingers up its bum and gut it."
Well, I mean, I don't hunt because I don't need to. Like, I practice with a catapult and stuff and an air rifle to know that if I need to rely on that, I'm reasonably proficient enough to use it. Like, I would say like trapping and stuff like that. I'd love to learn trapping, but I wouldn't want to make a trap and leave it there to see if it works because it's risking killing an animal for no reason.
Yeah, but it's that showing the respect for stuff. So if you have to end an animal's life, then you need to use everything you can from it. You know, if you kill a pigeon, then do your best to eat it. You know, unless you're going to hit it with your car or something, but you know what I mean. But if you intentionally go out and kill an animal,
just for the sake of it, yeah,
exactly. You know,
you're a cunt.
Yeah, don't waste it. You know, but the amount of hunters I know will just sit there blowing stuff away all day, and then take two pheasants home, and you're like, really?
Yeah, you're an arsehole. That's
anyone who just drops a deer and just leaves stuff like that. It's just no.
And to be fair, Bruce, that does give the vegetarian.
It does. It totally does.
It gives them ownership of what they're saying to be right.
Validation. We just validate.
What they don't see is the damage that these invasive creatures do. I mean, if you're going to take a moral stance on something, you should understand 100% what your moral stance is. If you've got an aversion to killing a crayfish, or if you've got an aversion to killing anything, if you've got an aversion to doing anything you do, you should understand 100% why you back that idea, that ideology.
Yeah. Well, on the other hand, though, you haven't got the right to tell someone that what they eat.
Don't contradict it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get a lot of them that preach, "Oh, this is the way you need to do it. You shouldn't be doing it this way. You need to do." That's wrong. Everyone does what they want to do.
The old adage of how can you tell a vegetarian? Oh, don't worry, they'll fucking let you know they're a vegetarian.
But the other bugging thing is with like vegans and stuff is that I've got to have me goji berries and I've got to have me Brazil nuts and that. Well, the air miles on that stuff is absolutely bonkers. The carbon footprint of most of the fruits and vegetables that these guys eat it's been shipped all around the bloody world.
And the amount of birds that are sucked into the jet engines of that plane for you.
Yeah, but just carbon footprint of
you mutant again, you fuckers, isn't you?
Yeah.
You wankers. But the amount of birds that are sucked into the engines of that plane. Don't think about that.
Yeah, there's not actually that many, but.
But
then if you locally source, local grown produce and locally shot venison or pigeons or whatever, and then you should really be commended for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You're not. You're just treated like a bit of a weirdo because you didn't buy your. Sorry, I've got echo back here.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's it. Yeah, because you didn't go and buy your plastic wrapped pork chops from Tesco's, then you're a bit of a weirdo because you want to go out and eat a pigeon and everyone thinks you're a pikey. I get it all the time. So
to be fair though, you do look a bit like a pikey.
Yeah, it's true. I did pick up I picked up a rope deer the other day. Or the other week.
What, for its hide?
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe we should have a vegan or a vegetarian or one of these animal rights activists to fire questions at. So we pick up a bit of roadkill, right? The animal's already dead. You've not intentionally gone out and killed it.
Yeah.
Are you wrong to respect that animal? Is that wrong, or I mean, how far is there? Is that wrong?
Well, no. It's like, if you're grandma died, would you be upset if somebody ate her? Yes, you would. Well, they kind of think on the same level as that.
Yeah, but that is sentient. That is the very definition.
No. It's a living thing, and you should show it some respect, and you shouldn't eat it, and you should let nature take its course and all that, and the circle of life, and instead of turning to poo, it should be plant food.
Moral of the story
The circle of life.
about meat, and that's the end of it. So they can get off the high horse. All our ancestors would have died if they never had the staple diet of meat.
They didn't have
Exactly.
tofu.
Yeah. Well, yeah, eating meat helped the evolution of man just by the pure accident of accidentally burning meat once. And our entire digestive system is based on fire and cooking meat and getting the very quick protein because it breaks down better. Like a tiger will eat a load of raw meat and then has to have a sleep for 6 hours. We'll eat a load of cooked meat and we have a little doze for half an hour and we're okay because it just digests quicker.
Meat coma.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
Can you imagine first Og in his cave the first time he cooked a fucking steak?
Oh yeah, fucking awesome.
He got a load of cake that week.
Yeah, he didn't even have to bash the women on the head for a couple of weeks, did he? They were just lining up outside.
Yeah. Just accidentally set fire to a lump of meat and went, hang on, this is awesome. I haven't got a chronic gutache and I don't need to sleep for 8 hours.
Yeah, because I mean, I know someone who's recently turned to being a vegetarian because he's going out with someone who's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't turn veggie for pussy.
So
No.
he's
They've literally shot him.
he's gone vegetarian for other benefits.
Sorry, what are you saying, Matt?
Hang on. Yeah. Basically, they've went and shown him everything that they have on animal cruelty and what it's like to kill an. Yeah, fair enough. It's like that to kill an animal. But if you're gonna kill an animal, you at least need to know where it's coming from.
Mm.
Oh, his dick fell off. Got into a relationship, turned into a girl. And his dick fell off.
But you know, obviously, he's kind of. It's been about like 6 months, and he's starting to get the sweats now.
Yeah.
Shame him. We'll send him some bacon.
Yeah. I'm a vegetarian, but I still eat McDonald's. Yeah, he's one of them, is he?
Yeah.
No, I mean, the worst thing, I mean, if somebody has a dietary choice or a dietary need or something, that's fine. Just don't swing your dick in my face and tell me about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the first thing you say when I meet you after hello is, yeah, I'm vegan, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? If you want to not eat meat, that's entirely fine. I just don't need to hear about it every fucking weekend.
What is it? The T-shirt says vegetarian tribal name for who can't hunt fish or light fire.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
But do you not think with vegetarians and people with like health requirements, it's a little bit like telling you which side of the bowl that you piss into? It's a part of your life that I don't really need to know, so why the fuck are you bringing it up?
But to be honest, our diet should be mostly vegetarian. It really should, because most Neanderthal man would have just been eating berries, nuts, and that sort of crap, and then out of fluke he might accidentally throw a rock at a deer. And then they could binge out on meat. But really, we should only be eating meat like twice a week, if that. You know. But this sort of I think it's after the Second World War, because of rationing and people didn't ever. People used to have just like chips and egg for dinner. But after the war, you had to have bacon with it. You had to have meat because meat was rare during the war. So after the war,
he's turning into unslapping.
No, I'm just saying.
It's bacon related. It's fine.
Yeah, but after the Second World War, because of rationing and that, everybody went meat bonkers, and they went meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner instead of having a couple of vegetarian meals that nobody ever thought anything of.
You think it's that recent though? Like that we've evolved to having such a high, like,
It's
diet.
yeah, the amount of butcher shops that opened after the war was crazy. It's just because people weren't allowed to have it; they wanted it.
Well, yeah, but I'm just thinking that prior to the wars and stuff, it might be a little bit. I don't think it's that recent that we've evolved to have such a high meat content in our diet, because we wouldn't have evolved the way we are now with our teeth and stuff.
People started eating prime cuts then. You know, during when we used to use all the offal and all bones and stuff, and people started using the prime meats. And
thing is, if it was that recent, we wouldn't be finding like Neolithic spearheads where they were made to take down animals. I mean,
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the reason we eat meat for 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, is because of the wars and the rations.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand that. But as I'm
before that, it has increased gradually.
A lot of vegetarians and a lot of sort of animal welfare people will say that we're not built, dentistry-wise, we're not built to eat meat. But then our digestive system is built to digest meat.
It is, yes.
So
canine fangs.
It's a trade-off. I mean, we're still, not to get into the conspiracy theory, but a lot of people say, global warming, but they forget to mention that we are still coming out of an ice age. It took us 50,000 years. We was 50,000 years in it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I believe it. I'm not saying that global warming's a myth. It's not. We've definitely had an impact. But
yeah, well, the way they define an ice age is that you've got ice at both poles. We've still got ice at both poles, so we're still technically in an ice age. And if the world is naturally heating up anyway, plus all this carbon we keep pumping out,
it's all semantics.
We're just double dosing everything. But if we went more sort of hunter-gatherer and only used local stock instead of getting stuff that gets shipped all around the world,
we'd stop within a couple of years.
Exactly, yeah, because there's just too many people for the local infrastructure to deal with. What we really need is a big plague to wipe a few people out. It'd sort the job market right out as well.
Yeah, because vegetarianism has only been about for so long, isn't it? So if we could, I know this is a hypothetical, and it's a very long-winded hypothetical.
Shall I meet you now?
Well, there's always been like Tibetan monks and that, they've always taken the vows of not hurting any creatures at all. Like they won't even hurt worms in the ground. Anything that lives, they will not damage them. So
is that one that crossed the path before the walk on it?
Yes, yeah.
But that's only a belief system, isn't it? It's not.
Well, it's just that they don't want to hurt any of God's creatures.
But
that's been around for thousands and thousands of years. It's only because we've become more knowledgeable in other societies that the reason more people are vegetarian. Yeah.
You think it's more like over here, at least? I think it's more like a hipster thing. Like it's a recent, oh look, I'm different kind of thing.
Yeah. But
I think that's pretty much nail on the head. Sort of put the kibosh on the beliefs of the vegetarian, hasn't it? So it's a belief system. I mean, what would you say to a Neanderthal man that you can't eat meat? How would a vegetarian argue their case against a man that didn't understand the Queen's English?
I just don't understand how people can't. Yeah, like if you put a bacon butty in front of somebody, like how many people are not going to eat that?
How many vegetarians aren't going to eat that?
If you take
that's the vegetarian Hercules Hill, isn't it?
Well, let's look at it this way, right? If you, I don't know, some fucking random tribe in the middle of the rainforest somewhere that we've only just come across, and they have a totally vegetarian diet. If you slap a bacon butty in front of them, like, are they going to eat it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like whenever vegetarians come around your house for a roast dinner and you have to cook them a fucking nut loaf, all the potatoes are definitely cooked in fucking dripping. And then you can sit them watching them with a smile on your face going, they're nice, those potatoes. Are they the best potatoes you've ever had? Oh, yeah, they're really, really nice.
Cooked in beef dripping. Cunt.
Yeah, yeah. And there's some liver in your gravy as well, you prick.
I think they take the side of it from the animal cruelty side. I think they just think that if you're out hunting, it's cruel. But if you do go out and you do get a few pigeons or pheasants or a couple of rabbits and you do it, that rabbit's had a probably a better existence than as good as any other animal, and then it's an instant death. Hopefully, you're good with a rifle or whatever, good with a catapult. Instant death. It doesn't know it, and it come up on the chat. I'm not sure if it was our chat or the Woodland Camp and Craft one, but it's not been stored in a cage for all its life. It's not been force-fed loads of crap. It's it's had a good existence until that instant death.
Yeah, it's as free range as you can possibly get.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh about free range. Like, those free range cows and free range chickens. They're still in a fucking enclosure. It's just bigger than what they had previously.
Well, actually, with free range chickens, they've usually got like roosters patrolling outside, and the roosters, all their job to do is, in their little head, is to keep the hens laying. So they don't even let the hens leave the hatchery. So you've got all this big green expanse of land where they let them out in the morning, and then the roosters come along, force all the hens in there. They stay there all day anyway.
Sounds a little bit like a religion. I can think of that does actually.
What's the length of time that they would give in order to classify something as free range as well? So if it's got a load of barrel hens.
No, a hen needs 1.5 foot square to be free range.
Free range, they've got to be able to go in and out as they wish.
What length of time? So if they slaughter them at 16 weeks, if you kept that chicken inside for 15 weeks and then let it out for a week before slaughtering it, would that then classify as a free range hen?
So from hatching, from life.
Yeah, it's from hatching.
Yeah.
But then there's organic as well, that's just ridiculous.
And then corn fed as well, which is a load of bollocks.
Well, if it's organic and free range, to me, it's like you might as well. It's either wild or it's fucking a battery. Like it's a battery hen or a. Do you know what I mean?
Everything's organic. Everything's organic.
There's a school of thought that says organic is not the most healthiest option anyway.
No, because they don't use antibiotics.
But yeah, I mean, if you just as all the fucking chickens we've got, right? If you bred them and just let them do whatever the fuck they want, they fly and you've got a fucking crew of chickens living in the middle of Dartmoor. Do you know what I mean? Like, you catch them and kill them. Yeah, that's free range to me. Like, it's wild. It'll be all right. Yeah. If you're growing them in a fucking shed.
That was my point, Fergs. I'll bet you any money it's not from birth, it's not from hatching to be classed as free range. I guarantee you that these chickens are hatched in a hatchery under thermostatic heat.
Oh yeah,
and
they have to be,
for the last week of their life, they've given a week outside, and then they're classified as free range.
Yep.
They've had a week.
A chicken is hatched, and you've got to keep them under heat for at least 3 weeks anyway before they can even go outside.
Yeah.
You've got to wait for the feathers to be fully developed.
Whoa.
And then they do have the choice. That's what for the free range bit means. They've got the choice of whether they want to go outside or whether or not they want to sit in the shed in the wall.
Well, I don't know how chickens got on before they introduced red light, because I've actually. Because how they managed before the invention of electricity? It's amazing.
Well, no, they would
that's
just,
when they've got a chicken.
They would just breed in. Yeah, they breed in the summer. That's it. We breed animals.
If you stop but the thing is, if you stop a chicken from brooding, it will lay all year round, year in and year out. I've had bantams that have laid an egg a day all year round because I prevented them from brooding. And there's a number of ways of doing that. If you've got a rooster, they will breed all year round.
They don't lay as many in the winter. They will die. Where it gradually pins things down because they don't lay as many in the winter. It's 26.5 hours that it takes for them to lay an egg. So they do gradually slow down, and then after 18 months, they go through the molt and then start lay a few extra less a year. So winter does affect them, whether you're taking the eggs off or not.
Yeah. The other thing with like battery hens and free range hens, if the animal is stressed, they won't lay an egg because they'll hold it in like holding a poo in until you find a nice clean toilet.
And that's where you get the double big bars.
But then because the way a chicken's genitals work, its bum and its birthing canal is exactly the same thing. So that egg with a porous shell is going to be sitting in poo for longer. So battery hens have a lot higher rate of salmonella inside the egg than free range ones, because free range ones are that little bit more chilled out, so they just drop eggs out when they feel like it. Whereas stressed out battery ones will be holding them in a bit longer.
Free range hens are champ slacks, so just drop them whenever they feel like it.
Every day's a school day.
Oh dear, oh dear.
But then you look at the average lifespan of a chicken as well. It's 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's the same with corn fed. Anything that says corn fed is an absolute load of crap. Because the price of corn at the minute, you'd never get it for what the price says.
No, well, a lot of the time the corn-fed stuff, they just add a dye.
Yeah.
It's turmeric, isn't it? They use turmeric on the feed.
Yeah, they can use turmeric, they can use E102. Yeah, there's all sorts.
Yeah, I love a bit of E102 because that's exactly what's all over your vegetables.
Yep. Tartrazine.
It's not all over my vegetables.
What are vegetables?
Bacon's not a vegetable.
It is with food colouring.
Yeah. I was thinking the other day, actually, bacon is probably the worst thing you can eat while you're out in the woods. Just because of the amount of salt in it, and it's dehydrating you more.
Yeah.
The thing is,
it's going up on one again.
I know it's a really inflammatory thing to say. But in a survival situation, if you're trapped on a desert island and you had a big pile of bacon, you want to be careful because you're just going to dehydrate yourself with all the salt.
Depends on whether you have to live on it.
I think we're all in agreement, Bruce, that you've gone over to the dark side, mate. No, how dare you speak ill of the bacon, the mighty swine.
Yeah, no, you just have to wash the salt out of it first, then eat it. And then it just
wash the salt in the sea. Wash the salt off in the sea water.
Just piss on it.
No. All right, not Bear Grylls. Come on.
Yeah, but it's like when I first joined MTFU and I seen the bacon everywhere, and I seen the groups open to everyone, and I thought, well, it's not, is it? Another big picture of bacon on the front.
Right, I think on that note, because obviously we've been on an hour.
Yeah, I think we need to cut that.
I think we've approached the hour.
What I'll do, I'll stop the chat and we'll just carry on having a joke on in the side chat in the thing. So I'll say goodbye first.
Goodbye first.
You got first for eating too much bacon.
Right.